Lighthouse program gave us an opportunity to really come out of COVID and all of that, and when we were kind of just at a loss of where we were in education, it just felt like we were stuck in this place, and were we ever going to find improvement? Where were we going to find that we were going to find creativity again? And so when that project came about, when they started explaining what it was about, it seemed to me like a good opportunity for us to start looking at ways of improving education, about improving things for students, for teachers, and for our community.
So when AI came out, we saw it was going to have a big implication in education and lots of different industries. And so AI in education is one big use case, but we wanted to see how we can focus in a little more on what that looks like. And so because of our partnership with Google, we were able to source their AI tool, Gemini, so that all teachers in FCPS, all staff in FCPS have access to Gemini Chat. Still within our digital ecosystem, still within our Google workspace, and still covered by our data protections. Now our Lighthouse schools have an additional layer of Gemini access. They have Gemini Advanced, which is another level of this tool that works inside of your Google Drive.
So when I am working with Gemini, a lot of times initially I will use it to see if there are other ideas for how to present some sort of lesson. So for instance, I was doing a lesson on how plants grow with our Cat B program, and science is not my forte, and so therefore I wanted to see what Gemini would suggest for lesson planning, different activities and the like. I had a loose idea in my head of what I wanted, but I wanted to think outside the box, and I wanted to approach it maybe a little bit differently.
I am now ISTE certified. So going through the modules, it's like we think we know about technology, but I don't know if I would know how to teach it. I don't know if I would know how to have a strong conversation with somebody about it until I got the knowledge and the vocabulary and an understanding of what it can do in the classroom.
So Brian is super grateful to be a Lighthouse school. This is an opportunity for Brian to have access to technology resources. We can leverage those against the needs of our students. At Bryant, we have students that come from 11 different pyramids. They come with a myriad of needs, and being able to have these conversations about how to use technology to reach our school improvement goals, to improve student achievement, student engagement is probably the most critical at Bryant.
And these tools have helped us reduce the amount of time on task to evaluate and look at all the different components of feedback as we look at redesigning a mission statement, or what is that next thing that I need to be considering to move Madison forward. Lighthouse has given us the tools, the space, and the time to be able to do those things.
Madison being a Lighthouse school, I'm able to get support from my colleagues on a different level, and then also collaborate with people across the county. And it just opens more doors, and it's not just isolated, like I said, to my one subject.
So when I started, I originally jumped into ways that I can help and make my instruction more fun and engaging for students. And then it started kind of morphing into how I can give my students better feedback and how I can use Gemini with my drive to almost as a thought partner to reflect how my rubrics, my lessons, and my assessments kind of go together. So those are kind of the three big things that I've done. So student engagement, self-reflection, and feedback.
What does it mean to be a Lighthouse school? What it means is we are given permission to innovate. We're given permission to try new things, to push the envelope. And you can't do that unless you have good, solid instructional vision. You have to have technology support, and you have the willingness and the mindset of your teachers to try new things. You have to make an environment that's safe for them. Lighthouse School gives us permission to do those things.